haven't seen, yeah, the CMV's out. It's to November by Sparkbird. Hello! Here he goes. Go watch it. You can do !CMV, and it will link you to this video, or you can do !YouTube and see all of my CMVs. Guys, in record time, in absolutely record time. I had to refresh to show you guys, but yeah, they've already Sparkbird, they've seen it in record time. I was like, I have a feeling, because I'm mutuals with them, and I knew they would enjoy it, but yeah, they've already seen it. They're really cool. They're really cool, and I love their music. And genuinely, for a really long time, since I found their music, I've wanted to make a CMV. Actually, another CMV I want to do. I want to do one to Disembodied Mind also. But this one is the one that just screams Life series to me, and I was like, if I'm gonna make a Life series CMV, it has to be to Crane Wives or Sparkbird, because that's what feels right in my soul. Yeah, and I love Sparkbird's music. It's the exact genre of music that I enjoy, and it's tasty. It's fixed. It says the Life series. I'm sorry that I reuse my descriptions on occasion. But chat, the other thing is, if you didn't see, Hey CMV, Hey has also posted a CMV that we filmed together to Sharks by Imagine Dragons. It came out a couple days ago, and I know most of you guys have seen it. So yeah, there's two CMVs in this universe. But shall we do a little watch through, chat? Go watch it on your own also. Send it to people who you enjoy. Maybe give it a like, maybe give it a subscribe. I'm really proud of this one. And I'll talk about why when I go into some of the behind the scenes stuff of the editing. Because this is more editing than I've done, maybe apart from Skyfall, this is more work from what I've done. So, all right, chat. Let's do a little let's do a little watch through, and then I'll break it down and I'll go through it, and then I have maybe a little secret special something for you guys that I put together, as I said. All right, chat. Let's watch. Let's do it.
One small sound, one small word, and tongues all over the world. I said it. One small word, I said it, I didn't. I said it, I didn't. Tongues all over. Out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. I'll never hide my scars. One small sound, one small sight, one unsheathed knife must glint in an alternate timeline's light. One rust-ridden blade juts out of a friendly moonstruck shape to tear terribly the delicate crepe of night. Familiarity breeds indifference. Familiarity breeds discontent. Familiarity breeds indifference. Familiarity breeds breeds discontent. Time machine, a pungent, putrid, brownish green November smile, blandishing my two-timing door. One small sound, one small bite, one Tomio tooth, one loggerhead shrike, muscular mind vertebrate, doppelganger on barbed wire in a parallel universe. My tongue parallelly bleeds. One small drop in a month full of blood, in tongues all over the world. I said it, I didn't, it doesn't matter what I said or didn't. Admit it, you were never going to get it. I was always gonna get it. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my familiarity breeds. Familiarity breeds. Not only is it thicker blood is stickier than water, and maybe that's relevant somehow. Can I explode now?
The car gets me every time, man. The car gets me every time. Oh, bloopies!
No! It's coming to get you.
I got long nails, I'm gonna use them.
Look at our puppy. Look at our puppy. Isn't he cute? And our cute puppy. Perch. There's Grian. There he is. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Wow! Wow, chat! Oh. I haven't watched all the life series, but I know about the car. The car is the funniest thing to me. I was like, what do I put at the end? A car, I guess. Oh. Chat, there's some fun stuff. I was trying to take as many like behind the scenes like bloopy videos as I could. So like typically the blooper shots are all like, you know, like outtakes. This time I tried to film like us just like walking around when we were moving between locations and stuff, and it was really, really fun. There's a bunch of silly behind the scenes pictures that I'm gonna post. My Instagram post! I thought I remembered every platform. I didn't. I was missing a platform. There we go. Okay, hold on. I thought I got them all. I missed my Instagram. But yeah, chat. I did some crazy stuff for this one. And I'll do like a proper shot by shot. But point A, everyone's cosplays are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And all of us had new cosplays, right? Like I'd never done Jimmy before, and I really wanted to do Jimmy because I wanted to have fun with it. And where is it? It's like, yeah. I wanted to have fun with Jimmy. I latexed feathers to my face, which is really quirky. Point number 1. Love YouTube. Love YouTube, as in
Tongues all over.
we get to use the nice ones. I always have to use prop swords on TikTok. Not in these. Not in my CMVs no more. So we're using our real metal axe and our swords, etc. that I just have because I'm a nerd. And it won't get mad at me for it, which is so wonderful. Thank you, Lynx the Wolf, for the 5 gifted. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, there's a couple things that parallel. So out of the cosplays that we did, we have 3 victors, right? Three series winners throughout this. So it obviously goes through every section, right? We're in Third Life, we're in Last Life, Double Life's the dancing, there's a really short limited life, Secret Life, Wild Life. And all of the winners have their little... Because this is like, I know it's all theory, but I eat up the Watcher things, chat. I eat them up. And every single shot of this is followed by the shot of showing up in the next series and being like, why am I here again? It happens both times because there's shots where I call the starting circle, because they all start in a little circle. So when we're in these shots and we're all
over the world, I said it.
And they're all looking at each other, they're waiting for the okay from Grian to go.
Tongues all over.
Yeah, but every single section starts that way. So we get Grian winning, right? And then he wakes back up in Last Life and is like, oh, we're going again. Which is these shots.
One small sound, one small sight, one unsheathed knife must glint in an
Alternate timelines light. Some of the words are fun in a couple spots. That's one of them. But him realizing, oh, I'm going again, sick. And then we get it again with Pearl. Divorce. No. As she wakes back up and realizes that Grian knows, and he's like, oh. Yeah, and I'll talk about the sound effects in a second. And then we get it again with Scar.
Going to get it, I was always gonna get it. Can't pick them out.
Confusion.
I'll never hide my scars.
And I like that. There's a lot of like it's very progression, like plot wise, and I like that a lot. The other thing that I really want to talk about is the sound effects. So I don't typically put sound effects in CMVs because I like to just have the music and have it go. I think some of the only times I have was I did it in Skyfall when the Aether fell, and I did it in Gold when there's glitches. And I don't think other than that, I guess there's one sound effect in one way or another. But this time I went all in on the sound effects for this. So there's every time swords clash, point A, you get the bomb. There's 2 bomb sounds. Oh, the Wither, you're right.
Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide.
And I'll say that all the sound effects are on beat. That took a while, but they are all on beat. So there's a bomb there, and then you get the
Can't pick them out, can't press them in.
you get a shunk when in that fight, and then when both of the weapons hit the ground.
I'll never hide my scars.
And they're really subtle because I didn't want to like take away from the music, but if you're listening for it, you can actually absolutely hear it. And then you get the bomb again here.
Indifference.
I'll go back a little further.
Indifference.
Yeah, and it's all on beat. I love Pearl going to yell at Grian versus Scar, just accepting that they're going again. Yeah. And then we get, oh, my favorite. Okay, so I was really, really nervous about the limited life section because I didn't have a lot of specifics for what I wanted limited life to be. I was like, I know we can do clockers and we can do bad boys and something else. And it's also like a 10-second section. It's only like 3 8 counts or something, and that's it that limited life has. But I think it ended up being my favorite section. And the sound effect here is there's a ticking. When it starts to all of them looking at their wrists, you can hear tick, 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 and it goes, for the record, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4. They get increasingly longer shots, which is fun. So right here. Yeah, and it's ticking, clicking there, which was fun. I had to figure out what the BPM was for the song on my own. A Sparkbird, yeah, I eat up the Sparkbird music. And then Secret Life is my money shots. All 3 of my money shots, I think, are in Secret Life because I'm a nerd. And it was really funny because when we were planning this, Hey was like, oh, yeah, like when you do Scar, I know he has a lot of outfits, but you can just do like his base fit. And I went, hey. Oh, no. I'm doing all of his outfits. And I committed and I did them all. Because I love Secret Life Scar and his fit and his bit, and I eat it up. So this is one of my money shots. The money, if you're not familiar with my CMV terminology, my money shots are like my number one shot, or the money that, like, the shot that I would want to show is like, wow, look at it. It's the first shot of Scar here.
My other time machine.
And this was so visible in my brain.
November smile.
And then this transition.
Timing door, one small sound, one small.
I don't know why that goes as hard as it does to me, but this shot
Timing door, one
was almost the thumbnail because I loved this shot so much. Because it's so weird because it's not like even like a same size transition with the book. But I knew what I wanted it to do, and originally I was like, yeah, I'll start zoomed in when Grian does the book, so it's the exact same size. And then I did it as it was, and I was like, oh, never mind. Literally never mind. It's staying right there. That looks so satisfying. And this is the only shot in I guess there's 2, where all 3 of us are in it, which is really fun. All the other points we had someone to be able to be a cameraman, but thank you, Squibble, for the 5 gifted. I knew you guys would like this sub goal. Thank you, guys. If you got gifted, make sure to say thank you. But yeah, I could yell about this for so long.
blandishing my 2 timing door, one small sound.
I think it's also because the beat kicks back in on that. It's really satisfying to me, I think. Thank you, Laka, for the 5 gifted. That's sub goal, chat. Oh, I'm actually really excited to edit this together now. Hold on, okay. Unfiltered Bed Wars. Oh, I think you guys are gonna eat it up. I think you guys are gonna laugh because I know that's what you want. You guys go, I want to see Sherb after hours, and I go, oh, I don't know. And then this time I said, nah. I will show you. I will show you. And I'm gonna switch this back to epic song tier list. Epic the Musical tier list stream, which is what it was before this. So that's going. That'll be the new. Wow. Okay. Continuing. But yeah, I love this shot. I think I love how Cleo looks in this shot specifically. The way Meta was just like standing. I eat it up. Dude, Meta's Cleo looks so good. And then you get all the tasks. So point A, all of the moments, like the short little moments, are specific moments in the Life series. So this is the task where Cleo had to hide her book in other people's bases. This is Mumbo as the terrible butler. This is Etho and Grian having the Wither versus Warden fight. This is the episode where Grian got Jimmy as a ghost. And then in Last Life, these are all boogie kills. I went and I grabbed a bunch of boogie kills, and that's there's one where Ren blows up B-dubs, and that's what this one was. Indifference. And then Etho axe crit Scar, which is one of the boogie kills. This technically isn't a boogie kill, but the specific the moment with Grian and Mumbo in the Nether, we can still be friends, and tries to like spleef Mumbo. And then Pearl explodes Ren as another boogie kill kind of in the late game. But I did a bunch of research for fun, and then the dancing sequence is just kind of silly. But in the Double Life section, they all have the heartstrings. So Grian and Scar are connected, and then the people whose duos we didn't have, the string goes off camera. And then, yeah, it goes off camera, but it goes to everybody's heart, and Pearl's just stays on the ground. You can't see it right now, but it's like disconnected, and it's just sitting on the ground down there. It's not connected to somebody else. Off screen. And there's also a slight effect when they're dancing. The edges are blurred. Just kind of to make it look like when they're spinning, it's kind of like, you know, like you're in like a dream state. And when Grian pushes Scar, the blur drops. Yeah, so when Grian like pushes away, the blur drops around the edges, which is really small, but I did it on purpose. And then you get Pearl's so good, man. And then all of the washer shots have the eyes, which is what I've done. And then they all have the watcher symbol. I made this, by the way. This is I did that. I designed that, and I animated it, and I made it a GIF, and I made it glow, and it's the same on all three of the watcher shots. But I did this, which is like I've never done before, for a CMV. I've never tried to make like an overlay like that, but I knew I wanted it. So that was really fun. I talked about limited life. I talked about secret life. Oh, okay, and then we'll talk about the sound effects over here. This is notably wildlife starts. They're on an island, so you get the water in the back of the wildlife shots. Okay. Now this is the silliest thing. So you could hear the snail sounds. Point A. Hold on. Never hide my scars, can't pick them out, can't trust them. He is down there. He's really small, but the snail is down there. And the snail sounds, right? So there's wah wah wah, and then there's which are both sounds that the snails make. But they don't like have the data pack released on like you can't, like, I couldn't go get the audio files of the snails, so I spent like 10 minutes making the sounds myself. and then edited them in. So that's me. The snail sounds are me. They're me going wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, so they're me in there. I did a lot of takes of trying to find the snails. I have like 10 minutes of snail sounds on my computer, and those are the ones that sounded the most like the actual sounds. And then the trivia bot sound effects took forever because the only incorrect buzzer sound that you can find is the one that goes like wah, and that's not what I wanted. But I kind of hunted. There's like 3 sounds being overlaid for the correct, the wrong, and the click. There's like 3 different sound effects that I put together to make that sound. So
Familiarity breeds. Familiarity breeds.
it was I tried to get it as close as to like the sound that they make in game, but once again I can't go get the files that they have, so I had to try and recreate it. But I love the little trivia bot bits, and then you get everybody looking real pretty.
Not only is it thicker blood is stickier than water, and maybe that's relevant somehow. Can I explode now?
Joel Smallish Beans, everybody! Can you tell by his pants? Can you tell by my pants? Yeah, shout out to Papa Sherb. This is special thanks to him. I put it down here. Special thanks to Papa Sherb for letting me film his car. Because I was like, I need a car that looks sort of like the one that he made. Father, can I have you? So Papa Sherb is the cameraman for the car shot. So shout out to him. That's why there's a car? Yeah. I can tell by the car? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a Joel cosplay, so I had to settle for khaki pants and a car, and I think the point got across, so I'll take it. It's so stupid, man. But yeah, chat, we get Red King content. This is Jimmy dying. This is Jimmy dying first. Oh my god, I love this shot. This shot's so silly. That's real, by the way. I picked up the sand because I was like, oh yeah, I want like them to go into the desert. Scar's gonna pick up the sand and be like, let's monopolize this. But it was windy, and I pick it up and I go, and then it goes straight into Hei's face. And like we stayed in character, and but like did not plan for that to happen, and the dirt fully gets in Hei's face when it drops. And we did 2 takes of it because we were like, oh wait, that's really good, let's do it again, but prepare for the dirt in the face. And yeah, my other favorite thing about this shot is I did this shot probably 10 times. This one and this shot we filmed like 10 times as the sun was setting, and I'd thrown the book because it makes a beautiful little dust, right? Look at that, it's beautiful, love it, beautiful effect. I had to do that enough times that when I have the book in my hands and I close it, dust flies because I'd already thrown it on the ground so many times. It was so dirt covered that just me closing it made it, and you'll see it now that I'm telling you to look. It's just like a tiny little dust cloud, but it's there because the book was so dusty. But it looks great though. And then yeah, I just love this shot. The sun is so pretty. Tongues all over the world.
I said it, I didn't It doesn't matter what I say.
Clang, clang.
Admitted you were never going to get it. I was always gonna get it. Can't pick them.
Yeah. It's so tasty. And Bamboozler Scar. We get Bamboozler Scar for like 2 seconds. Okay, chat. I have one more thing to show you that I will talk to you about. Because I want you guys to see kind of the evolution of this CMV in particular, because it had really drastic improvement and a lot of planning that I was able to make this. So, chat, this isn't public, but these are the 4 versions of the CMV. So, in this corner, chat, we have the first mock-up. That's just text on a screen as a reminder for me in the future. Then it's the storyboards, very nicely annotated. Then it's just the raw footage, and this is the final product. So even the reason I want to do this is because this to this is a huge change, and you'll see it, and all of the color correcting and reframing and stabilizing that I had to do. These 2 videos look completely different. So I put all 4 together, and we'll watch it through, and maybe once or twice, because there's a lot to look at. I'm gonna make myself smaller, because I want you guys to be able to see the top of the box, because these are the really, really annotated storyboards. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? All right, let's do it. Oh my god, I love the title. I didn't talk about the title, but oh, I love the title.
One small sound, one small word, and tongues all over the world. I said it. One small word. I said it. I didn't. I said it. I didn't. Tongues all over.
The color, yeah. The color's crazy.
Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. I'll never hide my scars. One small sound, one small sight, one unsheathed knife must glint in an alternate timeline's light. One rust-ridden blade juts out of a friendly moonstruck shape to tear terribly, terribly, tear terribly the delicate crepe of night. Familiarity breeds indifference. Familiarity breeds discontent. Familiarity breeds indifference. Familiarity breeds discontent.
Hello? Are you okay? My immersion. What's wrong? Are you okay? We're still good, right? Stream's fine? Just stream's good. I think it's just the video. Okay. Stream's good. Okay, hold on. Okay, take your time, good sir. Okay, we're fine. We're good. Calm down, mystical video. All right, we continue.
Time machine, a pungent, putrid, brownish green November smile, blandishing my two-timing door. One small sound, one small bite, one toenail tooth, one loggerhead shrike, muscular mind vertebrate, doppelganger on barbed wire in a parallel universe. My tongue parallelly bleeds.
Getting rid of the glare, yeah. The really overexposed shots and making them visible, yeah.
All over the world. I said it, I didn't. It doesn't matter what I said or didn't. Admit it, you were never going to get it. I was always gonna get it. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my scars. Can't pick them out, can't press them in. I'll never hide my familiarity breeds. Familiarity breeds. Not only is it thicker blood, it's stickier than water. Maybe that's relevant somehow.
That shot was so hard to get the light to look normal.
Can I explode now?
Sorry, I like the
Explode now.
this shot was so washed out. I was so surprised that I could get it down to where I did. There's like 4 or 5 shots where it was really bright. And I took a lot of time to get it down as hard as I could. But yeah, there's even just like the slight reframing in some bits. Like this shot of Grian is a really good example. Just slightly different, like slightly zoomed in, slightly more stabilized, like a slow zoom. This shot of Grian is really good to show. Like the really bright, far away compared to the nice colored, kind of more centered. That's a good example of like the more drastic ones.
One small sight, one unsheathed knife must glint in an alternate timelines, light one rust.
Yeah, and you can also see how close to the like storyboards I stay. By the way, the back color of the storyboards is what day we filmed it on. That's all that means. The blue, the green, and the yellow is just what of the 3 days we filmed it on. And then the Double Life Pearl is the other one that's really good. I like the difference in the shake here. But like if you look at the storyboard compared to what it actually looks like, yeah.
Indifference. Familiarity breeds discontent. Familiarity breeds.
And you can, oh, this is the other one I want to show you. Look at how shaky the original shot of this was because it was so windy compared to how smooth this shot goes.
Familiarity breeds.
Like, that one also took a while to get that kind of all looking smooth. This was one of the really shaky guys that I had to work on. Yeah, how'd you even do that? A lot.
Familiarity breeds discontent. Familiarity breeds indifference.
There's an effect in my editing software that fills in a lot of like micro scale changes because it's basically zooming in and moving the frame from left to right to go off of where the camera should be. using that film degree well. Yeah, this one too. Actually, the Pearl pullback shot. Look at the difference stabilization wise there.
Familiarity breeds discontent.
It's so smooth in the final one. And then the other thing that was a challenge was getting everyone to look like they're in the same place, because we obviously filmed on different days. So I encourage you to look at like the time of day and the type of sky in the last life shots versus where they are evened out, because the Pearl and Ren day, it was so much like cloudier. So the lighting looks totally different. So I have to color correct that up to make it look like they're standing in the same spot, even though we filmed it on different days with different lighting.
All sound, one small sight, one unsheathed knife must glint in an alternate timelines, light one
like this is totally different than this. This is like warm sun shot to cold shot, but over here they look the same.
One unsheathed knife must glint in an alternate timelines, light one rust.
Yeah. And the other one is Double Life Pearl. You can see the raw footage versus the slow zoom that happens. Because we just film it far back, and then in post I start and I pull back, and we pick up from the exact same distance pulled back when we go back to Pearl. Yeah, so we're where we left off, and we get to the fully pulled back one. Yeah, this had to be brightened less, and then all the watcher shots, you can see the color correcting of darkening the edges and making it making the UV glow a little bit more. And there's like dark mist around the edges of the watcher shots that I added in compared to just like flat background. I could watch that for hours. I have a problem. But yeah, the color just kind of, this shot didn't get changed at all though. This was beautiful as it was. Yeah, this there's a slight difference in the Jimmy showing up. It's a little bit smoother in the actual, as compared to like, you can see the reframing. There's a jump from where the mountain is. If you watch this one, you can see when Jimmy shows up, it like shakes the camera, versus the fixed and like slow opacity and then micro moving the frame of here. You don't get that at all in this one. Yeah, that's like the tiny insight into what I'm doing. What I did here is how I did the start of gold and why it looks the same for every sherb in the different location. I did the same thing that I did there here to line those two shots up, even though we're filming one video and then I just walk in, right? But to line it up in post and just make it really, really smooth. But yeah, watching all four of these is really, really interesting to me. Yeah, and this had to be like, you can barely see like the sword when you're like, hold on, like half a second back. You're like here, this is the exact same frame, how there's no sword because of the light versus the lighting change I had to do, so it kind of makes the darker bits pop. Yeah, I made that sword appear. I made that sword appear, and it also looks kind of just a little bit color corrected nicer. Anyways, chat, that's my little rant that I wanted to give, because yeah, while I was doing the final version, I was like, damn, this one hits from just the raw footage even. Because a lot of times just the storyboards to the final is really satisfying, but these two next to each other. And then also this, which is the like full behind the scenes where you get like, I don't even have specifics of what's going on here. All I have is that I know I need 4 different fighting-y shots to this timing. Watch the numbers change when the frames change. It's exactly the... And then I get slightly off of it to there. Yeah. But me not even knowing who I want that to be, and then turning it into the storyboards of... a lot of the storyboard shots like this were trying to even out the other characters, because Scar and Gran are in like every shot of this, but everyone else is pretty even on how much they're in it, because the kind of empty shots here that I had of like who gets to show their wrist in limited life, where is that? The 4 people here were to pick specific people who needed more shots that they were going to be in. This nice cut-on movement from Pearl lifting her hand up. Yeah, that's a nice little shot. Please release this. I might release it on the VOD channel. But yeah, I wanted to do this because I think the text of like the baseline, because I did this before the CMV stream, the storyboarding stream, because this helps me remember like my raw thoughts. This is something that Hey did that I picked up from them, because this was really nice for their CMVs before the storyboard. So I've started doing this now. But yeah. Oh, and the other thing that you don't see is there's a ton of speed changes. That's something I haven't talked about. All the whips, when a camera goes whoosh, typically that like half a second is sped up to make it even faster and smoother. So I think on the green one it's kind of drastic, where you're moving up much faster than back here. And same thing down. There's a speed change there. There's a speed change when Etho drops the axe, so you can actually see the axe fall because gravity moved it too fast across the screen. So this shot slowed down, so you can watch that axe fall. Some of the shots are just like sped up to fit the time better. I think that which one was one of the kind of time guys? Oh, you don't know. You can't even tell, but this shot slowed down. It kind of makes the movements just a little bit nicer. Yeah, the whip right here
We're never going to get it, I was always gonna get it.
gets sped up just to have like a smoother like that. Yeah, that's all the stuff I wanted to say. I had a lot of stuff to say. But I don't typically talk about like this kind of thing when I talk about CMVs. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what the shot means. This is the symbolism, which I also have for this one. But I don't know, while I was editing, I was just like getting a feeling, and I was like, this is a lot of time, because every single shot is color corrected just to look a little nicer and to look more continuity, just kind of better, where everybody looks like they're in the same location, based on just the lighting, and making it either as warm or as cold. The actual only difference where it doesn't look like they're in the same is Double Life, where they're in the warm and Pearl's still in the cold, because she's not with her soulmate. This is the only one where it's a really drastic change, and that was on purpose. Yeah. Yeah, it's neat. It's really, really neat. Please say more stuff. I could genuinely keep going. Yeah, there's just fun. Oh, and I didn't talk about this at all before, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all to be just like even more of a nerd. These are all equidistant. They're all evenly. I did math for where they needed to sit, all the images. They weren't just like dragged in there. They're all like mathematically spaced out. Which is something I started doing recently, is kind of like spacing stuff out nicer. And then obviously this is the font that they use, which Hey sent me. So shout out to Hey for finding the font that they use. But yeah. This was a fun one, and this was really cool that I got to have my friends be a part of it and help me out. It was really weird to film versus the final product because when we were filming, Hey and Meta didn't like know exactly what like the vision was. Like in the past, Hey and I have storyboarded CMVs together. Like I would fly there, and then the day before we film, we'd sit down and storyboard the whole thing together. We did that for Can't Stand the Rain. It was epic. We did that for No Way Out. It was epic. This time, because we had 2 CMVs, Hey was working on theirs and I was working on mine. And it made it so that when we were filming, I was in more of like director role, which is not something that I've had before in like CMVs, where I'm like, all right, you're gonna stand here, you're gonna do this, you're gonna stand here, you're gonna do this on this beat in the music. Because I have to kind of like know exactly what I want. And it made me, point A, annotate the storyboards more. So where I was actually more prepared, I knew all the shots. But most of the shots in this were not filmed to music. Sometimes you have to. Like on the, on shots where you whip, so like the watcher shots, we have to film that to music because it needs to go on beat, do the bit on beat, and it can't be off, otherwise it's too long or too short. But all of these shots where it's like,
Tongues all over the world.
I just said, stand there, look around, I'm gonna film you for like 20 seconds, just be in character, and I'll take the best 2 seconds and put it into this. So this just gets grabbed in raw footage. There's actually like 20 seconds of everyone being like in their like cinematic shot. And there's several spots where we do that. We did that for the dancing, where I was like, just dance and I'm gonna film you for a long time. We did it for the ending shots.
Not only is it thicker blood, it's stickier than water.
I was like, I need you to just pick a spot and look really cool, and then I'll grab the best half a second out of that. But that's really weird when you're filming, because the Hey and Meta have no idea what this is for, and I don't even know if it's gonna look good because I don't have like the music vision set. And then I got home, put all the footage in, and was like, oh my goodness! Because I had no idea what it was going to look like all together, because it's not shot to shot to shot, and like to the beat of the music. And then when I put it together, and I showed Hey and Meta, they were like, oh, that's what all those shots were for! They were like, that's why we stood there, it was that part! And I'm like, yeah, man! Which was different than some of the CMVs we've done in the past, where it's very much like keeping on beat. We film chronologically, we make sure we don't miss any timings. This was like, I'm just gonna film kind of B-roll and grab whatever, and you'll have no idea where this goes in the song. Same with the wrists and limited life and the clocker shot and the bad boys shot, which bad boy shot's so satisfying because they look at each other on the beat, man. Look, there's actually half a second cut off of the bad boy shot that I wish I put in, because Hey and I put the glasses on, looked at each other, and then without telling each other, both decided we were gonna nod at each other. Like we did not, we said we're gonna put on the glasses and look at each other. Right, that was all we said. We both put on the glasses, looked at each other, nodded, but we nodded in different directions. So I turn and go like this, and Hey turns and goes like this. And it's just like the most, like, they're perfectly in sync, and they're like, yup. And we were like, I think that's the most bad boys thing to ever bad boys. But it was slightly more satisfying for it to be on the, just them looking for that to be on the beat. Yeah, because that was just really smooth. I was like, I don't want to try and stretch that out to get that in there. But yeah, okay. I think that's all. That's most of my stuff. I now recommend you to go rewatch this and think about all the things I said, because I did a lot of things. And go share this with people. Go do the wow. Yeah, chat. I'm really proud of this one. I'm really proud. This I think Can't Stand the Rain still beats it. Maybe Skyfall too, but I think this is number 3 for me if I were to add it to the tier list. And theoretically, I want to make more life series CMVs. And there's one more thing we filmed that I haven't mentioned. We filmed 2 CMVs and one more thing. One more thing coming out. And I'll tell you what it is, because it's going to be on my channel. It's going to be a TikTok length guy. It's one of like the, I Want to Be Your Slave or Choice or Able. We did a really short guy to the time dive in Love in Paradise from Epic the Musical. So all the characters we filmed have a line in the time dive. So be on the lookout for that one, probably in the next week or 2. There's one more thing coming for you guys. But thank you for enjoying, because I eat it up.